Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here at the Detroit Lakes Community and Cultural Center with John Melgaard, and he is a diver for the Lakers boys swim and dive team, and John is a senior this year. And John, you recently shattered the Section 8, or actually the Section 3A section record by about 45 points, was it?
Yep, it was. So it was a really great meet to do it, and one of my best meets ever, so it was a really fun meet to do that.
Okay. Now, John, you've been a diver since 7th grade or before?
I started in 7th grade. Previously, before that, I was a gymnast, so I had kind of the acrobatic background before that, so that helped a lot.
Okay, so what was it about diving that really stuck with you?
Well, originally I thought I was going to go out for basketball, and my parents kind of talked me out of that, figuring that I would have a little more success as a diver, which I'm glad they did, because I think it's been a lot of fun to actually find something that I'm passionate about, and that has brought me someplace. So. All
right. So you've broken a lot of records the past few years, anyway. I would say between the course of sophomore and senior year.
Yeah.
You have the school and the pool record here at the community center.
Yep.
And you've got a number of others.
Yeah, I think I counted, and I'm around 10 or 11 right now. So.
Okay. All right.
Pretty exciting.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about your diving career, and I know that you're also very much involved in your school activities. Are you the student council president right now?
Yep, I'm the Detroit Lakes High School student council president, along with the Minnesota Association of Student Council's vice president.
Okay.
And that was something that I got. I went to the state convention last year and was elected to that by the state assembly, so that was really exciting, and I've had a lot of opportunities through that. And so,
would you say that being a diver or diving has helped you in your other activities as well?
Definitely. The confidence you need in diving is a huge part of diving. You're the only one. Whereas in a swimming race, you have 8 other guys or 7 other guys you're swimming against. Diving, you're the only one on the board, and all the attention is focused on you. And I think that's, at first it's intimidating, but after it, you get to enjoy it and kind of think of it more of as a performance. So.
Was there ever a point in your diving career that you thought, no, maybe this isn't for me?
Well, my first 2 years of diving, I was really intimidated by all the competition. I wasn't a big fan of competition. I'd rather just go out and just show off and show people what I could do. Because previously on the gymnastics team, I was on the performance team, which was just all performing and no competition. So I think that's kind of where it comes from, the just wanting to show people instead of competing. But the last few years, I guess I've become a little more determined, and through that, competition isn't so intimidating for me now. So.
All right, John Melgaard is here with me today on Hometown Happenings. He is a senior this year at Detroit Lakes High School. He's the lead diver. He's going to the state swimming meet coming up down at Minneapolis, St. Paul at the U of M. Actually, when you see this, the meet will be over, and hopefully John will be a state champion. You are in the running. You actually won the True Team meet this year.
Yep, that was a really exciting meet to go to. It was down at the U of M Aquatic Center, which is just a fantastic facility to dive in. And I saw some of the competition that I'll see at state, but not all of it. So should be interesting this weekend to see the rest.
Okay, I'm here with John Melgaard, and we're going to take a quick break and be back with more Hometown Happenings after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here with John Melgaard, a senior at Detroit Lakes High School. John, I would have to say, is the best diver that Detroit Lakes has seen through the history of the swim and dive team by far. And I think you've set your mark high, so it's probably going to be a few years before that.
Hopefully the records will last a little while. So.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about, you started when you were a 7th grader. You were on the gymnastics team, and you started actually the high school, the varsity team, as a 7th grader. But let's talk a little bit about some of your training. Gì do you go about training and diving, and explain maybe the difficulties that are involved?
Well, diving, it's all about muscle recognition and memory. Just you need to be able to recognize when to do what, and trying to get that consistent can be a lot of really difficult to do, but just constantly going over dives is a big part of it, and making sure the ones that you do are the best that they can be. So I think that's a really big part in training, and taking breaks in between training is very difficult just because your muscles forget what it feels like to do that dive. So those little breaks can sometimes give you a little rough time when you come back and return to the board.
So how many hours would you say you've put in diving through the course of your years? You dive over the summer too and stuff too, don't you? In the later years maybe of your career.
The last few years I've gone to the U of M diving camp, which is 5.5 days straight of diving. So that would add a few hours right there. And then during the regular season, I put in about 2 to 2.5 hours, 5 to 6 days a week. So it's not really a burden. I really enjoy doing it. So.
All right, and we've got a couple minutes left, but I wanted to talk to you about what is your favorite dive to do, and what is the most difficult dive you do?
My favorite dive to do is a forward 2.5 tuck. This is probably one of my most consistent dives that I can score some pretty large points on, and it's really exciting when you see those larger scores flash up. I'd say my most difficult dive would be a inward 2.5 tuck. It is worth a 3.1 degree of difficulty, which is nearing the top of the difficulty list, which is it's a new dive that I just learned this year, and it's really exciting to do, but pretty difficult. So.
Okay, and of course you've had your coach with you the whole time that you've been diving, pretty much, and Bobby Jo Coons. She's won numerous awards as Diving Coach of the Year, and we wish you luck in your endeavors when you go off to school and in your upcoming state meet. I know you're going to represent Detroit Lakes very well.
Thank you very much.
All right, John Melgaard, Detroit Lakes diver, Hometown Happenings. We're going to be back with the coach after this.
A bad night's sleep can have an adverse effect on a healthy lifestyle and positive relationships. With over 84 recognized sleep disorders, trust the experts at Whitney Sleep Diagnostics and Consultants to figure out what's causing you to lose sleep. No need to travel. Visit Dr. Whitney and the staff of clinical specialists at their new location in the Greystone Complex in Detroit Lakes. No referral necessary, and Whitney Sleep Center contracts with all payers. You deserve a great night's sleep. Whitney Sleep Diagnostics and Consultants for uncompromised patient care.
Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. Carol McCarthy here with the coach, Bobby Jo Coons, the coach of John Melgaard, as well as all the boys and girls that dive for Detroit Lakes.
Yep.
And Bobby Jo, you've gotten Coach of the Year numerous times, and we just wanted to make sure people recognize who Bobby Jo Coons is, because her name sticks in the history of diving and swimming. So, you were a diver way back when? When was that?
I graduated in 2000, so I'd say probably from 93 to 2000.
Okay.
Well, 99 was my last swim season, so.
All right. And you were a Laker as well.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And so now John also got diver of the section this year.
He did, yep. He got it the last 2 years also.
Okay. All right. And that was a big feat for him to break that section record, because it was around for a while.
Yep. That record was 11 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Carol McCarthy with Bobby Jo Coons on Hometown Happenings.